Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the House of Donald, where we talk about race, conspiracy, and spirituality. Because if the world is one big stage show, then it only makes sense to look behind the curtains of this illusion that we learn to call the Matrix. After all, decoding this system and acknowledging the fact that the veil is now lifted comes with spiritual awareness. And by that I mean, we are currently going through a great awakening. Prophecies are being fulfilled before your very eyes, and you might have to walk this spiritual journey alone if you know what I know. And by that I mean, when you are on the path to spiritual enlightenment, you become aware of the fact that some of your family members and friends could be bots, agents, and even energy vampires. And since we are going through this conscious shift on a global scale, it only makes sense to change your surroundings if you were one of the unconscious individuals that became conscious but still plays a role in a unconscious environment. You are the company you keep, no matter how you try to spin it. So if anything, it is time to find your soul tribe, because blood may be thicker than water, but water has been around for me when blood wasn't at times. So DNA, I have learned, does not make you family. Being related to someone could be overrated at times when y'all have nothing in common in this material world besides the genes that y'all share. For those who always had a sense of consciousness, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially if you once felt like the black sheep in your family throughout your childhood. My indigos know that feeling. Like sometimes we tend to sleep on ourselves because our environment is an environment that would often go along with the most popular opinion. So sometimes it may be hard for you to express yourself when the peoples in your circle often find themselves talking about trendy topics due to a lack of awareness. And since you're so aware, that could be lonely at times, especially if you're an old soul. Like, you being an individual could be quote unquote weird to your peers. If anything, you may be looked at as bizarre or strange to them for even acknowledging your own awareness, because we live in a society that is okay with being told what to do and how to do it, what to feel and how to express it, what to think and how to think it, what clothes to buy and how to wear it. Life itself has become a book for dummies, and being so aware of that could be lonely. Meanwhile, outside of all this bullshit, some of y'all truth seekers may be experiencing reoccurring dreams or randomly remembering a dream that you had years ago but not fully understanding why exactly. You might even question if that was a dream or not. I know I do all the time. From these deja vu moments to the 11/11 phenomenon, I know I'm not the only one going through this. So I say all of this because down here in this rabbit hole that we learn to call life, human history itself has become, or has been, I should say, questionable since the old form of slavery, and yet there is nothing new under the sun. So, do not cancel out these life glitches you may experience in this matrix as a coincidence just because you have small-minded individuals in your circle. For an example, have you ever thought about someone you haven't spoken to for years? Like, you haven't spoken to this person in years, and shortly after that thought, they call you out the blue. That's not a coincidence. But a lot of us were taught to look at it that way because we drunk the Kool-Aid in a European-based society. And in return, we've been looking at life from a Babylonian point of view. After all, America is Babylon, aka the devil's playground. And this nation, along with others like it, will soon fall because racism is the last hold on this dying system. But some peoples may not acknowledge the spiritual playing field of all of this. It's a psychological warfare going on in plain sight, and by that I mean you should not find it a coincidence that these politicians named it this bill that they are trying to pass, HR 6666. As you can see, they added an extra 6 in that bill just to be funny. But why is that, you may ask yourself? Well, it's because they are preying on y'all fear with propaganda. But why is that? After all, they know that you know what 666 means. But why is that? Well, based off my opinion, it's because these Luciferians are ushering in the New World Order. And the New Testament was their blueprint the whole time. So with that being said, it is time to wake up to the truth. Opening up your eyes to what's really going on in the world could be the most painful thing you ever have to do, but it's better than a comfortable lie. So don't get depressed about it. If anything, be grateful that you are one of the chosen ones, because if you got this far into this video, then it's safe to say the source brought you here to get this information. So with that being said, stay woke, stay safe. Nah, forget that. Matter of fact, stay dangerous. Stay dangerous. Peace and love. I'm out.